Still, you just suck cigars. Damn.
The music? How come I can't hear it?
Oh snap!
Turn the what you call it up. You don't need to go about it. People like you. People like you.
And it's people like you who are star on IG get beats.
Where's my lighter?
What color is it? Lighter? Look, the fucking crackhead ass lighter. Why the hell you got that shit? You a bic instead of a bitch. That's the type of lighter that is. Only a bitch would hold that lighter.
Bars.
I know. Who's gonna be lead in this whole
Right
shit?
here.
Oh, you.
Come on.
Sorry, brother God.
I'm just here so I'm not fine. I would have been happy in my tree.
All right. It's on rap,
Me
baby.
too.
It's on rap, baby.
Oh
It's
hi.
on
Mm.
rap, baby. Hey,
Oh,
hold on.
remember
It
having
has
that?
to be.
What
I
the
have
hell?
to
Why is
You
she
had
so
chill,
fucking
chill, chill, chill,
ornery? What
chill.
the hell?
It's on rap. It's on
Okay.
rap, baby. Screwed up
Hey,
my whole shit. Disclaimer: this is for entertainment purposes only. Maybe a slight bit of educational shit. You might learn you something. Hide your kids, hide your wife, all that extra shit. Uh,
right.
there might be some harsh language. Do not report us. You don't like what you see, go somewhere else. Just go watch some other shit.
Yeah.
But it's unwrapped, baby, and we are in the building
We in the building,
tonight.
bitch.
We're gonna talk about Chicago hip hop because I think it's
what?
important
What I thought.
because the whole world knows about Chicago hip hop, but they don't know about Chicago hip hop, the influences that Chicago has made around the world through hip hop. And we got a bunch of people on here. I'm your boy Heat Detector, and we can just go ahead and go down the line.
I'm your girl Ange 13, one of
Hey, buddy.
Chicago's premier MCs since 1986.
Established.
And today is not my birthday. Today's not actually my birthday, but I wanted to get shit from these motherfuckers and I got it. Got it!
Wow.
Yeah. You're willing. Totally
Are you
willing.
gonna still roll one for me? Great. It's my pre-birthday for next year. Thanks.
Great.
What's
Very
your name?
versatile. Forward movement. Y'all ain't seen me around. Sunday. Sunday service. Let's get it.
The new
Get your
church.
ass there. It is where you should be. But other than that, 606, unwrapped, all that.
I'm just roaming the streets. I don't give a fuck.
And we got some special guests in the building. You guys can go ahead. I don't know which one is which, how you're seeing it. Uh, Kahari, go ahead.
Critical mass. Oh, I was saying after him, but
Oh, okay.
So I'm
Can you
Kari.
call on
Critical
him?
mass. Oh, there
Southside
we go.
Chicago. Moved out the state a few months back, but I'm rocking with the whole crowd. So what's up? What's cracking?
What up, though?
All right. And we got.
Peace. I'm Kari, better known as Sign, also Dread Mighty, the rapper,
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm from the Shy. For some reason, I'm not there.
You
Oh,
said for some reason you're not there?
I mean, it's a good reason, but
Good reasons are good
yeah.
in nature.
Sometimes you gotta leave.
let's
That
start there
yeah.
because a lot of people say in order to make it out of Chicago, you have to leave Chicago. Why do you think that is?
Because the phrase says to make it out of Chicago, you have to leave it.
I think it's only just because there was no industry at the time, and nobody was really willing to build it. But
I think that there
I
was
don't
an
think that's the
industry.
case now.
There was an industry, and it is a very celebrated industry that we have in Chicago with hip hop. I'm sorry, with the music realm of things, and we have a industry here in Chicago. It's just that it wasn't open to hip hop.
Yeah,
It was more open to blues, R&B, house,
even house. Yeah,
Indian house quicker than it was hip hop, especially in Chicago.
Yeah. I think that my biggest thing about with Chicago, with people saying about leaving, right? I think your brand, even if you stay here in Chicago, your brand should leave Chicago. You should think bigger than the market here. Does that mean that you necessarily have to physically leave? Given the way that the industry is now, you could get a distribution deal that's in Japan or whatever the case, but you have to have things in place to think in that broad scheme. You know
Well,
what I mean?
Puerto Ricanism says I would suggest that there was a significant industry, but a lot of gatekeepers.
Mm,
Because if you, one could argue that because Chicago has been a part of hip hop since its inception,
Yeah.
this is
you know,
true.
with people here and not, some moved in different places, but here in specifically, and from the beginning. So I don't know. I mean, you guys would know better than me. I wasn't born here, so I don't know. I only know from when I got here, which was like a little over 20 years ago. And I know a little bit, from being here, you know what I mean, and learning when I got here.
And I think you have to also consider the phrase making it. What is making it for you? What is it? So to some people, it could just be known in their region. To other people, it could be, I need to be known all over the world. It
Yeah.
depends on what you consider making it, because the dreams that people had for me in this hip hop was way bigger than what I had.
For
And
sure.
and a lot of people would say to me over the years, man, Edge, how come you never took any of those deals you were offered? I'm like, man, because I didn't want to hate it. I
Yeah.
didn't want to
No.
hate the
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to wake up and still love being in this culture naturally. And people who have nothing to do with it can make you hate it.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
I think that there isn't any more. There hasn't been a Chicago industry standard, and I think that's what people are
what?
stuck on. We have Chicago hip hop has always been influential in every other market. You know, even to this day,
Would
even
influential be a standard?
it is, but not to what's compared to what an industry standard is. Like we all ask the same question: why didn't wasn't there more industry here? Because I believe that a lot of Chicago people are consumers of what comes from outside. That's why people pay all that money to go see concerts from motherfuckers that are not from here. But we got to fight with people to pay $5 as a donation for a show I'm putting on with all the dopest people. So it isn't set in a way for us to. It's always set in a way for us to grow and be what it is. But I think touching on what Ann said is that what is your level of success or development in music for yourself? Where does the buck stop? I think it's more so individualized, but it's also on your point. There are gatekeepers. You know what I mean? To a degree, that's why a lot of us have that crabs in the barrel mentality.
Right. We got somebody's background noise is feeding back pretty heavy.
Probably be.
No, it's coming back from one of them. I don't know which one. Kahari's got headphones on, so it's probably not him. I would hope. Um, we're good now.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that whatever that was, that worked. uh,
Ace Vito, someone's background noise is picking
oh
up.
yeah.
Shut the hell up, Ace. You could have just said hi first. Shit. When
Shout
you're
out to
He
Ace.
complaining.
cares about the
No, that fucker does not. Oh, they do care. Hey, Acito. And I saw what you was saying about now Afro Puff. Don't think I don't remember. It only happened a couple of days ago.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. So
We're done. Done. Done.
that right there is what's wrong with Chicago hip
I
hop.
know, right?
No, but I would say, like, from what, like, me coming here, one of the first things I noticed and one of the first things I was told is stop fucking with everybody. Literally, people were telling me, why do you keep having people in your studio? Why are you fucking with this person? Why you don't even know where they're from? You got people here, you shouldn't be doing this shit. And from what I come from, we worked with everybody. So there was never a question of when somebody brought somebody to the studio or somebody heard of, whatever, and came through. Of course, we'd be like, who are you? But you know what I'm saying? But to work with somebody was never a fucking question.
Look, I'm going to ask a major question into what he is going into. Where were you born?
I was born in Oakland, California, raised in New York.
There you go. The one thing that New York has over Chicago is they will work with anybody. And that's what makes them successful. When people in Chicago get to telling you who you should and shouldn't work with, that's where the crabs come in.
Well, here's what happened.
Hold on a second. Let me
Okay.
complete that. When the crabs are telling you, don't work with this crab or he'll pinch you. Don't work with that crab or he ain't shit. Well, that whole mentality is what kept us in that damn barrel
I
because
think,
we weren't willing to work with people that wanted to work. We're
yeah,
so busy trying to make something look like it's working
Hmm.
as opposed to actually making it work.
Yeah.
The illusion is what people are living on as opposed to the reality of things. And a lot of New York cats, from what I have noticed over the years, try to get to the bag, try to get to the end result, try to go for the actual goal. We're still, I'm sorry to say, the Chicago is still worried about making it look good. We're trying to be the hardest of nothing, to be the dopest of nobody, and be the coldest of the most lukewarm people in the industry. We're so busy trying to make it look good that we don't even get it good.
Hmm.
That's what I see.
Well,
Yeah.
off of what happened,
Oh, I'm sorry.
even though
Continue.
I'm saying though, even though I was told this,
Good.
yeah, no, real
Right.
quick though, but my studio got robbed.
I remember.
what out
Yeah,
here?
yeah,
I
and so
remember.
That was
after
out here,
that,
right?
huh?
That was out there, about
Yeah,
Yeah,
out
out
here.
on the west southwest
yeah,
side.
and so after that, I was like, shit, I ain't fucking with a motherfucker unless I know them. After that, because before that, it used to be damn near standing room only and everything, and met so many amazing people, but there, from what I was told from the beginning, don't have people and all this other shit because X, Y, and Z might happen, and
Mm-hmm.
X, Y, and
Did
Z
happen.
did happen.
Yep.
I like for me personally, from my own personal experience, I move different as far as when working in music. Like I do my best to try to get along with everybody, but I like from Chicago shit. I worked with crews. I was in crews. But I've learned that I can move differently and do more for more artists myself, just moving as myself. You know what I'm saying? Like initially my idea was always to be down for a crew. Like we gonna break through this motherfucking glass ceiling. We gonna do this shit together, especially when it's talented, dope artists and you get them all together. And that's the biggest thing about where you start separating and then dealing with people's egos and shit like that, and that's what made it not work for me. But I'm still dedicated to Chicago shit to get people in a room like, hey, this is all the dope shit that's going on, and I'll put it on the platform. That's my give back. Like I could have spent plenty of time working on music, doing other shit, but
That's so
when
crazy you said that because there's so many dope people,
they are.
but they all say that, but they all don't do that. You know what I mean? Like it's hard enough to even get a lot of these dope ass individuals in the same room. You know what I'm saying? And even when they're in the same room, there's always some kind of something, and
Well,
that
that's
shit.
Always,
because
but
everybody
I want to
is
push
in.
back on that a little bit because
Go
it's
ahead.
like, I, if y'all know anything about my nomadic ass, I've been all over the place, and it's kind of the same everywhere, even in New York. Like yo, like a lot of people will come from Queens or come from the Bronx to do something in Brooklyn, and the Brooklyn dudes will flip on them. They're just like, "Why are you even here?" You know. And it was the
Well,
same
that's
thing in
well,
D.C.
I see
It
what
was
you're
the same
saying.
thing in D.C. It was the same thing in Richmond. It was the same thing. Oh, Philly was actually the worst. Like Chicago and Philly are up there, but like Philly, they was really out there doing the stuff before. Oh, that's right. This ain't TikTok. The drill shit before the drill shit was drill shit. And I was like, they was filming each other doing stupid shit, and I was like, yo, why the fuck would they even? This isn't beef, guy. Like, just rap. Like, stop it. And
Yeah.
they were just splintered. But I mean, there were like Ann said, there was a lot of gatekeepers back in the day, and they didn't want anybody. I don't know what they had against rap music specifically, but there was an agenda against rap music in Chicago.
At one time, I remember that it was so hard to get rap music played in a club, more or less to get it played on the radio. So I really hold my Chicago people to a very high standard that we kept pushing and pushing and pushing until we finally did get into the club. Because that itself was a feat. And then we finally did get on the dance floor because the house heads and the hip hop heads were constantly battling for space as far as sound goes and floor
And
space.
market share,
Yeah,
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 that's
It
everything.
was a big uh it's a big conflict, but for a while house won it until people just really didn't like the sound of hip house, and then hip hop won it. I think that Chicago should have capitalized off a hip house because we created it, but we
yeah.
didn't like it, so we let it go.
Chicago
That was
created
so
a
wild to me
lot of shit.
I think. I
because
mean, I
because
think
because hip house
at the
was
time it was
going
all good for
strong
everybody.
everywhere else but Chicago.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
like
Again,
I said,
touching on that point about it
I
being
showed up on the
influential.
East Coast. I showed up on the East Coast, and if you heard house music, a hip house track is getting played. Like it wasn't a question whether it's going. It's just when who's going to play it, who's going to be out there. You know, so like I was actually shocked that it wasn't like taken off in the shot. I was a little
Hmm.
annoyed by that. I was like, but you did it. You know, you merged what everyone was like fighting about.
But we merged peanut butter and fish, and
He
that was
said
the
fish.
first.
Hey, peanut butter and fish is fire.
Come
What
on,
the
Not
man.
peanut
fuck?
butter.
Come
Who said that?
on. Don't
somebody
worry about it.
somebody who
Don't even worry about it.
Yo.
is from Carlisle, and we
Don't
have to
even
give
worry
them
about it.
Hey,
kudos.
hand me
Critical
the
mass.
818.
What you over there thinking? I see the hamster in the wheel.
Those is glasses
No, I.
So
because
I
he
left
likes them.
Chicago when I was a senior in high school back in '94. Uh, I was a
Damn, we
part of
look
a
young as
crew.
hell.
I was on the south side of Chicago. I went to do Sable. Used to go out to Hyde Park, go, digging for records and, making beats and stuff like that with the homies. And when I moved at the time where the South was really about to start doing something big because I moved to Tennessee and lived in
Mm.
Georgia.
Mm.
So I lived down there maybe between 94 to 2002. And in that window of time, I watched a whole ecosystem develop. I watched how these guys, because they taught me everything I knew about networking.
Mm.
I knew how to write rhymes. I knew how to, what I'm saying, do a couple stage shows here and there. But in terms of like the business structure of it, I learned that what was happening in Chicago was simultaneously happening for Atlanta, happening for Florida, happening for parts of Texas and other parts of Tennessee. But the difference was is the way they network.
Hmm.
And I started to see, because I would come back to Chicago, visit the family, the homies, and talk and get some ideas. And I would see that the thing that was really hampering Chicago, really putting a stronghold on the growth of Chicago, had nothing to do with the industry and had everything to do with street culture.
Mm.
The thing that was really keeping
Hmm.
like truly talented artists, not even just MCs, not even just DJs, but artists in general, from flourishing is either their gang affiliation or the lack thereof.
That's a
And
very
that's what made
solid
a
point.
lot.
Well, with
That's what I
Chicago
was told.
is like super ganged up. I mean, a lot of us
Yeah.
are folks by
And
association.
that scared a lot of the people that I knew down south who were coming to Chicago to do shows. That scared them from actually building with a lot of Chicago artists. That
You
scared
know
them
what?
because
Yeah.
they would get pressed. They would get pressed. You know what I'm saying? All that check-in
So
culture shit these people are on now. You know what Chicago was like back in the '90s.
Yeah,
whew,
there was a
You know
check-in
what I
culture.
mean? When
There
people
is none
like
now though
like
because
niggas
yeah,
was
it
everybody
ain't
like
none now
side
because it's
they're
not
sensitive.
organized
renegades.
anymore.
Yeah.
It's a big renegade
Like
situation
niggas
out
was
here.
side sensitive. You wore your hat a certain way back in the day. All of
Oh,
that
that
side
still goes on.
sensitive shit.
Oh yeah.
That still
And
goes on.
nowadays it's even more intense because there's no structure to the game. It's all renegade shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I would
Are
even say
people
that
getting pressed in the shot
they're
right
the
now?
And the gang culture now be
They getting
breaking all the damn rules
What do you say,
anyway.
Kahari?
are they getting pressed now? Like you show up, you getting pressed? Because like who's gonna press you? The guys right there
The
or the
I
guys
mean
Zulus,
over
now
there
the
or
Zulus, the Zulu Nation will press
now
you.
it's a different the modern era is a different iteration of that. But I know that in the time that I spent watching how everything kind of evolved, like I was there when D to the S was, putting their work together and putting it out on the streets. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And then when I came back, Soldiers at War was a movement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So watching all of it, just seeing all the different levels of evolution, the development of it all, the biggest thing about it in terms of like when people feel like the industry or the business of music isn't really welcoming to Chicago artists, is I think people love Chicago music. They just don't understand they don't understand
where they
why.
fit in. Because
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that a majority of Chicago hip hop music is diverse, as well as it is segregated
Hmm.
to a
Yes.
point.
Yeah.
Like
I
Shadows
want
the
to I
one
want
city.
to
hundred
jump
percent.
on that
Yeah.
point real quick. So I was just thinking, I was like, Chicago, outside of Chicago, it's a lot of regular dude rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, like Ye or even like Marcellus Loveless, like Infinito. You like regular. We got a lot of like gangster stuff coming out, but like regular dude rap is like what when you think of Chicago, Common and all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Guys
Oh,
who are
you
Yeah.
just
call
kind
them
of
regular
chilling.
dudes?
Regular dude rap. That's
Those
Yeah,
wild.
regular
I mean,
The blue,
I don't
that
mean.
blue collar rap. That's that blue collar rap.
They just the dudes like yeah they could rhyme, they could do this, they could do whatever, but it's like they're not like, oh, I sold all the coke today. You know what I'm saying? They didn't like, I didn't
Yeah,
murder
I got 30
everyone
bodies.
on my block.
Yeah.
Like that
But
that's really
that
where we
could still
wound
happen
up like
too.
cruising through. We got that too, of course,
But
but
all
like, and
those
of
guys
course
were
we should.
affiliated as well.
Yeah, they were.
That's what was funny about it. That's what was always
And
funny
that's,
to me about it. Like
yeah.
everybody from Lupe,
And then you could
everybody
you could
was
turn
was dope.
around. Yeah, that's a good point. You could turn around and say, like, with Lupe being an example, there was a version of rappers that were influenced from that kind of conscious rap version. We still had our street shit. We still had like a big part of our history is psychodrama, do or die, crucial
Mm.
conflict. Like
It's
that
almost like
is
it's
that
almost
is
like
a
like east of Western and then like the West Side, like North Side, South
now
Side, and
notice
then
how
like
the point what
everybody
I
out
said
west had a
earlier
whole
why
different
things are
situation.
segregated because then if you're from Chicago, you can literally if you're from here, you know where it came from. It's
Hmm.
almost like we're a beat of the same drum, but a bunch of different drums.
It's
Puerto
a whole lot of
Ricanism
drums.
says many of Chicago scene, me included, he's talking about himself, and the sound that the industry was seeking wanted music that could cross over to be commercial. Many of us
Exactly.
wanted to represent the underground culture.
Yeah,
Mm.
that was always the first choice for me.
Well, I think about being crossover to commercial is that's the conversation that the labels have
Yeah.
that equates to them making money. The
Hmm.
conversation that we have to represent is our conversations to making this culture first.
Yeah. What
They
is it
wanted
going to be?
right. What is it? Yeah, you see a commercial connection to it because that means dollar signs for you, which means is
Hmm.
when those dollar signs are gone, you don't need this anymore. Well, if you're
Mm-mm.
in this culture, it helps you become a better person, and you're gonna always need it. So you're
Yeah.
gonna treat it a bit different. You're gonna be a little bit more authentic than what the commercial lane would have put you in. It just would have probably made you a bit more money, uh, but them a whole lot more money.
That's why I said like, it's like, man, so all the stuff that comes out of Shy, how come drill? And like, because they could recognize that as something that made money. They couldn't.
No.
They didn't want to look at
That
nothing
was
else.
Well, okay,
absolute
drill.
industry.
Let me tell you what drill. This that was is still commercial. What they
Of
did
course.
was
They call that shit yacht music now, right?
That's
when
crazy.
drill
That's
became
crazy.
a way. Let me explain what drill does. Drill puts money in a whole lot of pockets.
Mm.
Yeah.
The first
No,
pockets it
that's
puts
yeah.
money into is the judicial system. The
Mm.
second money pocket they put money in is the prison system,
Yep. Come
the
on with it.
juvenile justice system.
Yep. Come on with
Yeah,
it.
no, it was
It
making a lot
puts
of people money.
money in the pockets of everybody that ain't got shit to do with it, really.
The record
Yeah,
industry and the government figured out the way to profitize the music quality from Chicago. They figured out a way of like, yeah, we could make someone famous, but wouldn't it be easier if we had them create a soundtrack to get more people locked up for the judicial system? Just sit up here and create something that works for the penal colony and prison system, promote violence. That works a hell
Hell
of
of
a
a lot
lot
better.
better, yeah,
A lot
than
more
Yeah.
than
concert.
putting crack in the hood.
Mhm.
Like
The thing
Wait, no,
about
no,
that
that's
you
though,
can
actually that
destroy
works a
yourself on a
whole lot
soundtrack.
better than having people come out of the darkness they were in. If
Mm.
we keep them in the darkness, we can keep them uh their mind unfocused and we can make all the money. It's when the
yeah.
darkness starts to get that light in it that they lose money. And they can't have that light in there, so they throw more darkness
And
in
they
there
can't do
because they
anything
got to.
but throw light. Light is going to be
And
shining
look,
upon it
the
because
original
once a
idea
certain
when
group of
any
people
oh no,
get a little bit get a little bit of money and they like, well, that's stupid. I'm not going to stick around and keep doing that stupid shit. And then you lost them. And then they
yeah.
like, oh, well, I'm not going to do quite like this. I might still use this to make money, but my children ain't going to be dealing with that. And, Chicago motherfuckers do come home and be like, yo, my cousin, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
The original
it's
idea, like thinking about with music, right? When you want to get signed, when you do that, you were like, I want to make my family and people around me their lives better. I don't care about how I do it, how
right.
I get there. I want to do that. I didn't decide to play basketball. I can't dribble from left to right. So I guess I'm gonna
Hey,
make
my
music.
brother.
You know what I mean? So that should have always, when you get into the music industry, that should always, you want to be the case. I want to make money doing the thing that I love and help people around me. What they, or industry or whatever the case is done, is that they privatized that and glorified violence or whatever the case. And then these same people that they're putting on this pedestal to actually be whatever forefront it is, they don't even know they're being used as a pawn, is that
Nah, they're
they're
kids.
being stupid. They're sitting up here going back to the same spot. Guarantee you, if I signed a deal, it doesn't matter the nature of the music that I make.
Let me ask you guys something. Uh, because I was an outsider of Chicago. What does it look like to you, both of you guys? I'm gonna start with you, Critical Mass. Um,
I agree, Puerto Rican.
what does it look
Me
like
too.
being an outsider, then coming back in, then being an outsider, then coming back in? Outsider meaning not in the city, not dealing with the inner workings of Chicago hip hop.
It looks like for me, because I used to go to Sub T Tuesday nights. You know, that was a trek for me because I was on the south side. I had to drive all the way up north, and just to know that there's a scene that exists, an ecosystem that
Mm-hmm.
exists in this metropolis where there are little small pockets. They have some that east of the Rhine on the south side sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere out in Dalton sometimes, but go up north and you go to these events, go to these scenes where everybody had share the same mindset, the same affinity for the culture. It looks different. It looks like a utopia
Mm,
when you can see the reality on your way there. You
right.
know what I'm saying? The reality of it on your way there is everybody got their own. Everybody speaking the same language, but they all speak different. They have different
Dialects.
tongues speaking
Dialects.
that language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So like when I was out south, you know, networking with guys and listening to what their ideas were. It was when I would tell them about like, hey, let's go up north to Sub T. They were their whole concern was more their own personal safety from whoever or whatever was on the other side of town
Right.
that was
That's not my
opposition to
area.
whatever they was representing.
See, but
You know
I
what I'm
think what
saying?
I
Versus, go ahead.
was going to say, what the one thing that hip hop did is allowed people from the north side, the west side, the south side, and the east side to travel across the cities
Yeah.
and not have to worry about gang
Not only
affiliation.
Yeah.
and,
Because
and
when they found out you was a hip hop head, they were like, "Oh, he ain't on shit. He on rap shit," and they would let you slide.
Go ahead,
But
Kari.
also,
Well, let
Yeah,
Kari.
what I've seen a lot of times at 606, and that's what I loved about when it was at Subterranean. Like that spot, it would even if you were on that dumbass shit, the hip hop community would be like, "No,
No, this ain't
we
that.
won't do that here."
All right, let Kari had a point.
that I was about to expand on that because like I was affiliated, and in my own crew there would be so-called ops. You know what I'm saying? And not just cab crew itself, but like the little concentrated
Pockets.
part 312. There was Black P Stones, and there was a couple of Vice Lords. Me and Duke, who started it, were GDs, and a lot of other ones were GDs. But like we all merged, and we already knew who was what and what was who, and it didn't matter at that point because the whole point of our interaction is art, is culture, is
Yeah,
this. You know what I'm saying? And in fact, it made me
certain places
really
were searching
bold
that.
because I would show up anywhere in the city. I would just show up and like, it's like, oh, what you be about? I'm like, why you ask me questions, guy? He's like, oh, you one of them. I mean, I already my hair isn't just newly strange. It's always been strange until and when it got normal, I cut it because I was like, everybody got dreads? Yeah, fuck that shit. So like it made me bolder. It made a lot of other people feel like they were safer because it's not only that they had peoples in that area. Cab Crew was all city, so I could be pretty much anywhere, have a place to sit down. But it's just like it didn't matter who he was with because I would walk into a King neighborhood where they would surround me and be like, "Hey, bro, you smell like folks," and I'm like, "Man, look, I'm just here to holler at so and so," and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, you one of them fucking
Them rap
spray can ass
motherfuckers, right?
niggas, yeah."
Them rap
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
Facts.
walking down.
Them niggas-
I be walking down Bishop like blah 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 blah. It's like, oh man, you look like you do music. Like, yeah, I also fuck with my boy T over there. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know G's. Oh,
And
nice.
them
Come
folks
over
on the
here. You want
weekends,
a hit?
yeah.
You know
Shit.
what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
it
It's a
definitely was a unifier, even if crews had beef with each other. So
right.
And a lot of times, shit, like most motherfuckers that we've been around in the hip hop shit, they was still also gang banging.
Yeah,
They
but it
would
was
take the night off.
it was
They're like,
it's a
hey,
yeah,
time and a place
you're
for
right. Take the
everything. They
night
would
off. It's
take
like,
the
funny.
night off. You are
we
man.
good here.
You absolutely right. They would take the night off.
Take the
And
night off.
those nights
Ange used
off,
to
I'm
call it the
telling
Yeah.
you,
Rogers Park.
built the community.
Yeah.
It built it. And those nights off were for Chicago, the Blue Groove Mondays, Sub T Tuesdays,
Yep.
uh the Note
Those are
No,
Wednesdays,
say
yeah.
no.
uh the Big Wig on
Elbow
Mondays
room.
and
Now,
Thursdays. The
Big
elbow,
now,
wig.
we
now I'm
used to
aged out.
Yeah.
go almost every
I
single
remember
day.
that period of years. That man, it was
Hip hop
You
was
gotta think
hip
about how many
hop
lives might have been saved like that.
Yeah.
They was
from
like, man, we
Monday
about to kill this
to
motherfucker. I was like, oh
Thursday.
no, dude, cool. He's cool. He cool.
Well, I didn't say this,
Hey,
but
is he blah blah blah? Nah, he fine.
from
He
from
don't be
the
about none of that.
outside coming into it,
yeah.
Sub T's was the first place I had ever been to. Like, I walked in there and it was like my
Mind was
mind
blown.
was fucking exploding because every place I'd ever been, even though there was like open mics and shit like that, there was still a bit of gatekeeping, even with that,
Of course,
especially
yeah.
on the East Coast. But walking into Sub T's and was just like, oh fuck, and everybody was cool. It was just everything, and it was just
Everybody was a character.
yeah,
And look, for me, like everyone that I met there, from the time that I was sneaking in there trying to get in there,
Just
and to the time that I became who I was there, I just saw nothing but superheroes. I met amazing amazing human beings because of their talent, of
right.
raw talent, and in that space. As I got older, when I started
You want some more?
like putting shit together, like we're putting shows. Yeah, sometimes you shouldn't meet your heroes, but god damn it,
Oh God.
Do you think Chicago is hip hop frustrated?
Maybe the whole world is. I hope they are, because fuck that. I want to make my music and not have nobody talk shit. Well, they can
we're
talk
not.
shit.
I don't think we're fighting
you
for
mean hip
parking
hop
spaces though.
fatigue?
Hip hop fatigue, yeah.
The whole world is probably fatigued off of hip hop
Fuck them.
because that shit worked.
Well, I'll say this right now. I
Fuck
say it
'em.
right now is like if you're especially if you're an elder statesman, you don't have to be super old, but if you're older than the younger generation right now,
What age bracket would that be?
18 to 25.
God damn it.
Okay, something like that. Let's just say that. If you're older than that, if you're in your 30s on up, I think that and you're like a real hip hop head, so to speak, that this is the greatest time to do music. You know what I'm saying? Because people are so fucking frustrated with this other bullshit that now everybody else is looking like geniuses. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. The past few years for Chicago hip hop, like I'm in my boy's crib in Rhode Island. He's like, "Hey, you want to play the speaker?" And I'm like, "Man, it's about to be a whole Chicago night because I ain't heard some of the shit that just came out."
Yes.
Like it's a fucking beautiful time for Chicago hip hop right now,
Oh,
What's the
and you
man.
can't
feedback?
tell me nothing.
I don't know. We got somebody's feedback killing us over here.
The feedback is killing us over here, Mr. Maestro.
Jahari,
Oh, it ain't
Hari, do
me.
you?
he's got headphones on.
It's gone
Uh
now though.
oh. Well, it looks like it's gone again.
Just went away again.
But then
So every time we have
Maestro
feedback,
just
you just
Mysteriously,
gotta
came
call your
back.
name.
mysteriously.
So
Mm.
Critical Mass, you've been real quiet, bro.
I've been listening, and I like
This he's
Critical
got all the
Mass. You know
feedback.
why? Because Critical Mass
It's
looks
here. It
like a
is. It's
thinker
his feedback.
and
That's
a
me.
executor
That's my
because
feedback. Let me
he
go fix that
thought
real quick.
about who.
All right, we'll wait
Let
on
me
you.
fix his feedback.
Let me fix my feedback, and I'm gonna address the topic real quick.
All right.
Yep.
I knew it was his
Well,
motherfucking ass.
since we're
I know it
saying
was
that,
his
Let me
motherfucking
see what
ass.
he
Look
got
at
up in
him.
while we're
this little
saying that,
studio
He
over
got his
here.
like,
shit together.
hold on,
God
like,
and
subscribe to the channel.
Same
Okay,
response.
okay.
The link, if you would like to jump in and get in on a part of the conversation, the link is in the description. You can hop on in. Question for the panel: what do you say when someone pops out and asks, why didn't you blow up?
who would ask that question?
Oh my
Who?
God.
Oh, for the panel. What
You
would
know what's
Yeah.
funny? I
this?
I I recently got asked that question.
And what did you say?
You still got feedback, my
Because
guy.
you ain't bought my shit yet.
No, to be honest with you, I'm probably the worst example of that. I don't put shit out. I barely record. I literally want to put on shows. I want to perform, do live music, and shit like that. But someone like they saw my show and they're like,
Shout out
"Bro,
to
why
Riot.
haven't you blown up yet?"
Oh
Shout out to
shit.
Riot.
Right?
Rhea Tony.
Why
He's
haven't
he's
you
he's
blown up
supposed to be
yet?
here, but he's still out and about, so he is popping in. Thank you for popping
Mark
in,
ass
sir.
nigga.
Go ahead, Critical Mass. Let's hear it.
All right. What was the question again? I want to make sure I get the right answer out for y'all.
That was the question in far as
The last subject.
the last subject
Being a great time
being a great time
for elder statesmen
for elder
in hip hop.
statesmen in hip hop.
I think that 'cause I spent maybe 7 years running the studio for like some young guys. And I think the coolest part about it was I was able to impart some historical context to them while they were coming in the studio, teaching them how to, use vocal control, how to structure bars, how to count bars, because they would just come in and just be rapping, do
And would
Right.
like
300
just
minutes
keep
of just
going, no
straight bar.
pause, just roll.
Yeah. And the
I remember
ones who
those
actually
days.
did have like at least an idea about how to write a song, but didn't really have the direction, they weren't afraid to come ask questions after building a rapport and just watching how their careers and their lives kind of like flourished, kind of like made me feel a certain way about it because I started viewing it from a perspective of I've actually done my part. It was
Mm,
bigger than just uh hey, I got on, or I got this placement, or you know what I'm saying, I'm getting these royalties and these publishing checks. I'm actually pouring into somebody who, the way they used to pour into me when I would go to the studio and shit like that. So
Mm,
being an elder statesman, to me, it always I feel like that's the responsibility. After
right.
you gain the knowledge, it does you no good to hold on to it and keep it to yourself because that
yeah,
makes you a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Instead of
100%.
gatekeeping, pour into the youth.
That
Teach
is
them the game.
the
Put on
that
because
is
the industry is gonna
actually
try to eat
the
them alive.
thing that I like, at least from me, Flowers. I've learned from Ange. she's taught me stuff, and then Shadow has taught me stuff.
Shout out to Shadow Master and Annihilation, 606 Chicago.
Dirty
Hell
MF.
yeah.
Shout out Dirty MF.
Oh
Like what
shit.
I'm doing with Sunday service. Like I've gotten that the high from that performing live with a band from going to his shit. And he put me on. He's like, "Hey, come here and rap for 20 minutes."
He's like, okay.
Yeah,
It,
I'm gonna do it.
I think, hey y'all, one of the things we also have to consider in life, I think that we're not supposed to be everywhere.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe
oh,
Ange was
come on.
supposed to be 11 years old rapping at Steps to kick something off. Maybe she wasn't supposed to be signed to a label. Maybe she was supposed to just be the catalyst and not the star. Maybe what you walked into isn't what gets you there.
Right.
It could be something totally different. You could be on your way to get a Grammy, but turn around and get a Tony. You
Hmm.
know,
But
your
here's the thing:
walk.
being in those situations, I always want to show up. I always want
Yeah,
to be
you
a
always want
conduit.
you at least want to show up. Because
Yeah.
if you don't show up, then nobody gets anything. Because you were supposed to tell me something that I was supposed to tell you
Yes.
that you were supposed to actually do.
Do
And
right.
I was inspired by saying that to you, and then you say it to him.
Hmm.
That is the real
That's
work.
some
But if
that's
he
some
ain't
high
showed
shit you
up,
just
I
said.
don't
Yeah,
get the
it's just some high
information.
shit.
He don't get
That's
the
some high ass
No,
information,
no,
shit.
and
it's
I'm
nobody
not.
else
like,
High.
yeah,
gets it.
I
bro. I'm
haven't
like,
even
wait a
smoked
minute.
my weed yet.
No, for real, gets no puff.
I'm glad you said that.
So when that question comes up to me, it's always like, man, I had a bunch of fun. I did my best, and it just wasn't in the cards. Because I've been asked, like, hey,
That's
how do you
him
think you
with his
look with a
foot.
shaved chest? And I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
So,
I
I never
I
really
agree.
wanted to be famous. And then, like, when my son was coming up at some point, he was like coming up pretty quickly
All
and
right, I got
big.
to stop you there, Kahari, because we all got in this, I think, kind of sort of in the beginning with the dreams of the bag and the gold chain and the everything else.
I didn't.
When I
Well, the
came
gold
in, there
chain,
was no
yes,
bag, there was no gold chain, there
yes,
was
there
no
was.
no. When I came in, it was not. I was 11
That's not
when
what
I
I
came
want.
in. 11, so there was no
I was
gold chain that I
12.
was.
It's not what I wanted. I'm gonna tell
But
you
It
go
was
what.
ahead, go
no
ahead, go
gold
ahead, go ahead, go
chain.
ahead.
There was no gold chain. There was no fancy ass car. I'm 11. What the fuck am I doing with this shit?
Be
It was
fly with
none
a
of
fucking
that.
big ass
It
gold
was
chain.
me having to prove to people that I could rap. And do you know, people, at the age I am now, I still got to prove to people that I can rap.
I get.
I still got to prove it.
I literally
It's
get
a,
mad at those people.
In
I
Chicago, I
legit
but
can't believe
so.
that.
this
I'm like, y'all
culture,
don't know hands.
this culture is a show and prove. It seemed like for the rest of your life. Like you
Yeah, I agree.
forever gotta
Like
convince somebody
gunslingers.
That's
you
why
are
it's
I
who
funny
you
agree.
you
say
don't
When
like
I
you
was
It's
are.
like
when I was
gunslingers.
coming up in Chicago and I go to Ford City and
Ooh,
That
somebody
shit
walk up,
closed
hey, you
that
down.
look
shit
like
is
you rock,
done,
you spit,
done.
I
and
fuck
it's
with
up.
the evergreen.
You know what I'm saying? And yet we be in there battling, be in the game
Mm.
room battling, be in the food court battling. It'd be a whole crowd of
Mm-hmm.
people, and you taking off heads, going one after the other. What you get out of it?
Hey, question
Your
for the
respect.
panel.
You know what I'm
Is
saying? It was about
there
how
you
And
proud
for,
folk
go.
and
you
for
were.
all of y'all,
Respect.
for both of
You know what
you,
I'm saying? Make a name for yourself.
how does in this, as we used before, elder statesman,
Elder statesman.
how do you feel about battling? Like,
Now?
like at any point, like
Motherfucker,
we
did you hear what I
Oh,
just said? It
yeah,
always, you
no, but
always
yeah.
listen. You always got to show and prove. It
I
don't matter
know I'm
how, it
not.
don't matter what age you are. People will
I
always gonna test to see if
look.
what you say you are is who
I
you
tell
say
you,
you are.
I tell
No
you
matter
like this.
how old you get.
Yes,
I'm,
she is
I'm
Puerto
hey,
Ricanism.
if
Yes, she
somebody don't
is.
know lyric, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, dude.
I can always show them.
And
But
that's
Okay,
what I'm saying.
you guys can
Yo,
talk about
Didn't
that.
I,
facts.
didn't I
But
say show and
yo,
prove?
yo,
Didn't I say it's always show and prove?
Read
the
read
yes,
that.
point.
like
This
until the
woman
like
is the only
it's that
girl
it's
that
that
raps.
whole
She
thing
is
is
one of
like,
the
man,
best I've seen them
the
all.
old gunslinger,
Oh,
the
thank
old
you.
gunslinger still gotta prove,
Yeah.
show and prove. Otherwise, you're gonna get shot dead.
Right.
But
Basically,
like,
in Chicago, super hard. You are who you say you are. You could catch a buking.
but
Eh,
but
You
now
could
when that
catch a
question is
buking
asked
for
to
not
me,
saying
I
it.
don't have time for that no more. It's like when people
No,
like, yo, what's today's
and
map? I'm like, man,
which
shut
is
up.
the essence of my question. Like that is the biggest thing. Like, do you feel as
What does that
all
have
of
to
us?
do with?
He ain't asked the question
No,
yet.
but I'm saying I know where he's going with it.
Yeah,
I
you
can
don't.
read. I can read his mind.
Fuck that clairvoyant shit. Let me ask this question. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
I'll talk to
You
you
better
after the
watch it,
show.
Heat.
Yeah, I know.
You better
Do
watch it,
you
Heat. You better sit
feel
down.
that there has to be a necessity in the midst of, but all of us, we all make music. And it's not battle music. We're not fighting with people. Like, I'm not telling people how dope I am and shit like that.
I might be.
Yes, we can do
Okay.
that, but it's easy to do that.
It's easy to do
But
that.
if someone challenges it, when you get to a certain point, do you feel like you shouldn't have to respond, or
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
choose when I'm gonna respond.
so we all agreed that you had to respond.
You don't have
Yeah.
to.
But I'll tell
Sometimes
you like
no
this. I'll
response
tell you
is a
like this.
response.
Let a little snotty nose motherfucker really like say some shit, and like I'd be like, wow, he might actually have a little talent. Then I'll be inspired enough to battle that motherfucker. Because 9 times out of 10, these motherfuckers like, I got 18 guns. They are really big, and I'd be like, nigga, I'm not battling you. What the fuck am I battling you for? To make you look that stupid? Then you're gonna want to shoot me with the actual gun.
Well, they might even just slap at you and go, "Here you go, one of them old niggas with the rapidy rapidy rap rap." You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I can
It
I could
ain't
dumb it
half of
down for
them
them.
can't
They
even
still be like, oh
they,
my
I
god.
they can't
came up
even
in battling,
articulate
so that's
what
it's
they
just
what
in
they
me.
want to say
You know,
anyway.
I
So
came up in battling. It's
Yeah.
finding a worthy opponent. You know what I'm saying? If the adversary is sharp enough and it makes for good, a good back and forth, I was always with it anyway. I
Yeah.
always kept like a good 32, 64 already in the tuck. So
Always
it was
keep that
always
thing
good,
on you. You know what
good
I
to
mean?
go.
when Chicago, like coming here, like I've been in a lot of places, and one thing I can say about the city, and I mean this like wholeheartedly, I've never seen a city with this much talent. Like it literally reeks of fucking
It
talent.
blankets the city.
Yeah,
Hey yo,
like from let's even if we step out of hip hop culture, there's just the art
Yep.
and but actually the hip hop culture has touched every fucking spectrum. You know what I'm saying? But the amount of talent in this city is crazy, crazy, crazy.
so
But
I
it's
have
not a
lived
lot
in
of
so
things
many
coming out of
places.
this. I mean, there's things coming out of the city, but they're taken somewhere else, and other people are claiming
Do
it.
you think that we will be better as a Chicago battle market? Like,
No, because Chicago's much more deeper than that. There's
because we
more.
had a period of that,
Yeah, I know, but
and
that's
I
just one
thought it
side of it.
sucked.
That's just one
Yeah,
side
yeah.
of it.
You mean the library battles?
No, I thought every version of any Midwest battle here was not great. Like on the scale that you see, like the smack shit or
But I
King
don't
of the
even care about them
Dot
battles
Nobody,
or
because the
yeah.
battles, yeah, like those battles are like, okay, you and you are matched up. Take 3 months to
I've
write
seen
down. Make
dope
sure you
people
go and
in
see
them.
what his baby moms is on and shit. And like that's
Yeah,
cool and all, but like I don't care about those battles.
I don't think there should be no personal battles in Chicago because, like, literally, I feel like we're in a
No, I
rap.
want to
Like
see battles.
everybody
Like niggas
knows
beefing. I
everybody.
want that. I want some
He
of that.
says the talent
Niggas
is here,
beefing.
the
Yeah, I don't
structure
want.
isn't.
Okay. Yeah, I
Nice.
mean, you can't say nothing about that because that's probably true. But like, where is the structure going to come from? Is it going to come from us, or is it going to come from outside? Where is it going to come from, and who's going to build it?
Yeah,
What I got a question for both of you because Angela and I have talked about this before and even like trying to start not trying but starting something like this like a collective where we get a group and then add to the group constantly where everybody's helping everyone manage do things, put things together, do shit, you know what I mean? And as the group just gets bigger and it becomes a self uh
Contained unit.
contained unit of hundreds and hundreds, possibly thousands of people here in the city that are working in conjunction together to build and keep it, solid. I don't want to say keep it, but maybe keep it here in
I
Chicago
feel like
to where it doesn't get
there's
taken
small
somewhere else.
circles
And
that
go
kind
ahead.
of wind around nowadays. Like nowadays, I see it from outside. It's like there's circles over here, and they kind of just wind around each other and become
Mhm.
one thing. Because people know filthy records, people know no mediocre out
yeah.
here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they're making moves, and then like the peripherals, other motherfuckers from that who are just they homies, they're starting to pick up. So it's like I feel like now there is a lot of that where it's just like, nah, fuck that. Like we are Chicago,
I
let's do
feel like
this.
there's no conglomerate mentality. Like you mentioned filthy and stuff like that, but I feel like as especially for Chicago, everybody has an idea.
Well,
Everybody.
what is the distinguishing difference between a Chicago and an Atlanta? Because Atlanta, everybody worked with
Oh,
everybody and everybody did everything.
Atlanta. Atlanta is so goddamn friendly. You wonder how anybody gets shot out there. I don't like it's wild. It's weird. And it's great because it gave us those people from out there, but it's just like
Well, they got a
I have
bunch of us
never
too.
seen that nowhere else. I've not seen that anywhere else. The only other places I see that is like really tiny towns. Like just ran like Jacksonville, Alabama. Like they have a strong scene. Don't nobody know who they are, but they all work together. You know what I'm saying? And like
Hmm.
Memphis did it at some point. Memphis as a city did their thing because Memphis is not really that large. So it's
Right.
just like you gotta. I mean, even Boston. Boston's all like Eminem clones, but hey,
But that's the but the key phrase here that you guys keep saying is working together.
Yeah.
We are so separated in Chicago. We only work in the areas really that are closest to us. Just like anybody with as far as proximity goes, you are in that you work where you are closest to.
Yeah.
And if you're venturing out from there, then these people, for some reason, aren't the possible friend, but you're the fucking opposition.
Right.
We look at everybody as an opposition as opposed to a business partner.
There's people that I fuck with now since I moved to the South Side that I fucked with before that lived on the North Side, lived on the West Side. They're like, man, I want to work with you, man. And I say, come through. When they find out where I live, they're like, shh, I'm good.
We're
Can you come this way or
the
can you
only reason I
email me
would.
something?
The only way it's just because I'd be too lazy to leave where I was living at to come all the way out there. Back in the day, you couldn't have told me that. I'll be at your house 3 days and have an album
I,
I said,
oh,
I seen it,
What?
and
What? Seen what?
nothing, nothing,
nothing.
nothing.
Has
done.
something
Nothing.
happened that I'm not
Almost.
aware of?
I think that
Everything gonna be cool, ain't
on
it?
the main pursuit of mainstream success uh is a dubious endeavor.
Mm.
Mainly because I look at it like this: Chief Keef and Chance the Rapper were
Oh yeah.
simultaneously rising at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They were simultaneous. They existed at the exact same time. You had your Vic Mensahs with and all of those guys, 2080 crew, all of those guys on the same side, and on this side, Drill was getting all of this light and attention because it was quote unquote so shocking and new. But there was really nothing new about it
Right.
in terms of messaging. But because
Not
the
even the
industry
fact that
could
they was
They
quantify
describing exactly
prioritize
what
violence
was going
on it,
on.
violence and they
it made
use
it
Chicago
it
to
made it
do it.
harder to justify, promoting something that wasn't so low hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because the violent component is always something that existed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But when you got somebody
They
who
gave it
just,
a
to your point,
soundtrack.
talking
That's what
about
happened.
talking regular man shit, regular guy shit, the industry didn't look at that as being something palpable.
Mm.
And when you look at the motive of an artist, an artist just wants to get their art out. They want to express themselves. We want to be as dope as we could possibly be and share our thoughts and ideas with other people. The industry don't give a shit about none of that.
Yeah.
And
They
no,
don't care
they
about
give
They
none of
want to
that.
know how
they
can I
give a fuck
package
about
this
their
up
bottom line, about
and put
getting
it
their
out
loan
there
back,
and make my money
because
back
this
off of you.
whole shit is a fucking loan. Everybody thinking I'm getting the deal. No, bitch, you're getting a loan. You're getting a
Yeah,
loan that you have to pay back, and they're so
yeah.
wanting to be a part of that loan payment so
Chicago is a
badly.
consumer state.
Mad consumer, so they'll love a loan. But y'all ain't even giving Chicago people loans.
Man,
We gotta leave the city to get a good JP Morgan Chase
Exactly.
4.3%.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
man, it's really
Everything I've ever signed has been a guarantee that I'm not putting out an album.
all right,
but you're
comment.
not putting out an album.
Guarantee I'm
Irvin
not putting
Randall
out an album if I
Randall
get
said
signed.
The crab in the barrel mentality is everywhere. In Atlanta, the underground MCs say they are outside the gate of success.
I hear you. I'm not
It
either.
depends on what they do because, like, you can,
Salute to the
like
chats.
Kanye, like you know what I'm saying, Kanye. I'm sorry, not Kanye, but Outkast and Kendrick, like these dudes would be something that you wouldn't hear anywhere else, but they had just a tinge of popness that they could like blow up regardless. And 9 times out of 10, it's really just a hook.
Hey,
They just,
look,
oh, this is
I'm
the
gonna tell
beats
you
that
right
everybody
now.
want to
We
hear, and
have
here's the
8
hook.
Kendricks. We have 4 Outcasts.
I don't even look at it like that because I don't look at Chicago the
Here's
same.
the thing.
I have been all over
I
this
don't want
country and
to.
actually lived in these places or spent a lot of time in these places. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, when one of us shows up in their town, these motherfuckers got a prepared 16 for their little battle, and then they're mad at you because you don't, but they have to say whatever they got to say in order to put you down for it. There's not a Detroit and Chicago are some of the two of the wildest, dopest places in this nation. And so it's just like you don't even know what to do with these people because the lyrical ability and like just the fucking pure skill is so deep because we are such a Klingon empire fucking culture out there. Like
So
everybody
we're
is
from
fighting.
Chicago. Everybody, do you take
Everybody's
Chicago
fighting.
everywhere you
Even
go?
friends.
You ain't got no
My
choice.
my own crew, when we wrote lyrics and we would spit and we'd be like, that's all right. If you heard that's all right, that shit's going on the fucking tape. Because that shit is fucking fire. I mean, the first battle I ever fucking lost, and there ain't really been that many, the motherfucker asked me to be in the crew, and I was like, if I'm the wackest nigga in this crew, fuck it, sign on for life. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you got to think about that because I have traveled this fucking place and there's been so few motherfuckers that's ever like come close to what I'm doing when I'm drunk and high and just stumbled into your fucking thing. And then they just are like, what? My boy Knowledge, same fucking thing. They're just like,
He's a
how did
balloon
you,
ball,
how
just
do
like
you
me.
exist? You know, there was a guy
Put
named
that back up for a
OGK
second.
out in Richmond. Crazy, just, and would just blow people's minds.
I
Like
want to say
motherfuckers
this
is
real
out here
quick.
casually doing this shit. My bad.
I want to say this real quick because Puerto Ricanism says at that time the industry wanted popness. You explained. Today is different. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
today is incredibly different because who gives a fuck about the industry? Because you don't need the industry.
Because we don't really
Right.
have an
You know, there
industry
isn't really
anymore.
an industry at this point in time.
It's all independent. It's an independent market.
So
Period.
Yeah.
then what's still so then
The only
again the
reason you sign
question
a,
is
if you sign a contract
what's
today, it's
what's going on
basically
in
like a
Chicago
fucking
that's
company ass.
stopping it, you know, or now I don't know if you say stopping it, but what's uh holding it back. You know what I mean? Because there is so much fucking talent here. There is so many things going on here that, as far as creativity and artistry and shit, that there we don't really have the constraints of having to have an industry or having to have a real like big put machine behind you to do shit. Because Chicago's got enough going on as it is. It's its own machine.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
that's currently happening.
I think
Truthfully.
Yeah, it is current. Like the last 5 7 years, like
I
from
think
2020, it's been growing exponentially.
And I
Like
think it's
my goal
important
in
that
life
it
is to make more
does.
Ants 13 fans. And like when I was in like Richmond, I was just like, listen to this. You like girl raps, right? You know, it's like they'd be like, yo,
girly.
what the fuck? Like who is it? I said Ants 13. How do you
That's the
know her? Like,
bar.
man, shit.
And see that's
She talked shit to me when I hopped the train on Morse Ave one day.
Morse.
I was such a librarian, wasn't I? I was such a fucking librarian. No.
Yeah, sure.
What I
Yeah,
think
you
that
had hands and fucking body slam niggas and
Chicago,
shit.
what Chicago
I
lacks
remember when
is the
I
knowledge
met
of the
Ange.
music business.
Ange
When we
came to my
talk about
studio.
music,
Let Ange finish though.
Yeah.
I
I
what
want to
remember
hear
when I
happened?
that.
I
met
came
Ange.
to
It
his
was probably
studio. What happened?
it was back in '04, '05.
I came to your studio in 0405?
And
Yeah,
Do tell.
hold on. I'm gonna describe it to you. I had like a little small little makeshift setup on my back porch. It was an enclosed back porch.
Okay.
I stayed on 71st and Union.
Mm.
And she, you know what I'm saying? We met up at Sub T, we talked, and I invited her to the studio. Like, hey, we should collab. The dopest thing she did was she hit my line and she was like, yo, I'm on your side of town. It'd be cool if I slide through. She came through, she had one of her guys with her. We sat on the back porch, we blew one. I played some beats, and she came up with bars that moment and said, let's drop something. She said, fuck all these playing beats, let's drop something. And she dropped one of the illest verses that day. And she was like, we probably work on something later, but I got to get up out of here. But we stayed in contact for a little
Typical
bit after
Ann's
that.
fashion.
And it was like the dopest shit because it wasn't
Like
any,
a
it
rap
was just
fairy.
impromptu.
Rap
But she, you know what I'm
fairy.
saying? We caught a vibe. You don't see that too often no more. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Everything now is like, it's pseudo formal now. Everybody wants to put on the
Transactional.
air of being more important than what they are. You know what
Right.
I'm
The
saying?
real
I was always
professional
impressed with Ange anyway
artist.
because she was a spitter. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But for her to just take the impromptu moment to say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and drop these bars because I like this beat. And you came up with a hook, but you never laid it. And I was like, shit.
I apologize, but thank you for allowing me even in your studio because man, I remember, but I don't remember. But I'm glad you
Yeah.
remember because it at least lets me know that I was still on the right. I was on the right track. Because I think at one time, because this whole thing what we're talking about can be very disheartening
Right.
as time goes on.
No.
So I
Right.
appreciate you even letting me in your studio because, like I said, I started when I was 11 years old. So I have been groomed to be an MC since 11 years old.
Mm.
So I've been going from studio to studio and trying to get that right sound from all these producers who say they got that right sound for me. And more than likely, the reason why I came to you and recorded the way that I did is because somebody had that right sound for me. And
Mm.
I didn't want to miss
Yeah.
the opportunity, whether a large producer or small. I gave everybody the opportunity because I didn't start large.
That is actually the premise behind my graffiti crew. Is just like, why you let that toy in? I'm like, nigga, I started out as a toy. Why the fuck would I
Right.
Right.
not let somebody grow within us? You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
like those guys would take a lot of pride in becoming those people, Kaiser and everyone. Like they just became those guys that you remember, Seal Fresh. They became those guys because they were like, oh, you can barely tag, but guess what? We're gonna work with you. We're gonna figure it out. And you know what I'm saying? I don't understand why people push down or get upset with new people. Oh, they're
Because they
you know
feel
they
like
young.
they should be the only people and they want to keep those props for themselves for whatever work they did. And if somebody's coming in taking a little bit out of that way, it's like, yo, wait a minute now. Either
Yeah,
I got to
that's
work harder or you got to get the fuck out of here. Or
yeah. I don't
we finna
understand that
work
because that's not how
together.
my jealousy works. The way my jealousy works is like, oh, they can do that. If they can do that and they're a human fucking being, I can fucking do that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It doesn't mean I gotta dismiss you, put you down, none of that. But like the way I came up is like I started working out with my shit in the shot and then wound up in Evanston. And like Evanston was this big, but me, I'm that big. And so it's like trying to like organize all that and try to do something
Just
there, but
taking a
you realize
block at
that
a
you're still
time. It's
by
okay.
yourself. You're still by yourself because motherfuckers like, hey, oh, I got beats for you. You're dope, man. And then like I would never hear from them. So I had to learn to make beats. I would have learned to DJ,
Boom.
but
Man,
them shits
every
was
Boom,
fucking.
man.
So them shits was like the whole thing. Yeah,
every
Epic
fucking if I
MC.
couldn't get something from you, I will make beats.
That's
And
I
that
can't
exactly
make
how
is
I
a flyer.
started.
another
I
good.
I will teach myself to make flyers.
And for
I
those,
can't make
if
myself
you
an
won't
event.
have me
I will
perform at
find
your
a
party,
venue.
I threw a party. So
Yes.
that's you know what I'm saying. It's like that's,
and
Well,
and I
that's.
think
Can
that,
I say
and
this?
back
Let me
then,
let me let me say
and
this real
that's in the
quick.
'90s.
That's
So
one of.
back then, they would like certain people could come to your party, certain people
Mm.
couldn't. Of course,
There's
I was cab crew, so no
Certain
3XD could come at that moment. You know what I'm saying? So like I see like
yeah.
especially back in the day where all like the splits and that all that shit. So like I get it, and like some of it I'm like kind of mad that I'm responsible for, but like it is what it is. It was what it was, and like we can move on from that. You know what I'm
Well, so
saying?
I
Like I
Yeah.
don't got
So
no
that's
beef with TSP no more, type shit. So
that's
like
one of the
let's
greatest things that I found out about Chicago. Like,
kick that open for me,
there
please.
there are certain things I think we all experience. Like, I was I, I was a rapper at first, but I couldn't get music, and so that's where I came into to making my own music because I couldn't get any music, but I ended up liking making the music better. But one of the things that I've learned about Chicago is that mentality, which I haven't really seen anywhere else, which is if I can't get it, if I can't get it over here, well then I'm gonna fucking do it. If I can't get a motherfucker to let me to perform at a fucking show, well, then I'm gonna fucking do a show. Like
Large
this
Professor and LP though. Large Professor and LP. They both that's how they got into producing.
right. I think it's kind
I
of like
think
a
I think Large
thing.
Pro
Yeah.
was also a DJ off top though.
Right. Yeah, I was a DJ first too, but
I think this whole conversation is a one that is absolutely to say that the culture of hip hop makes you resilient.
ah, yeah,
It continues to keep you in the loop of things if you wanted it bad enough.
right.
Because just like you said, as an MC, imagine being a female MC. When they was giving me beats starting in the game, I was getting some of the worst beats, y'all. I mean, I had to make them work and I actually rap on some of the worst stuff. And
man.
I thank God for Bruno Kimball. Bruno,
Mm.
everybody know Bruno, security guard Bruno. He taught me how to use some software. And I started making my own beats, started my own production company. So every single body may have started in one area. And a lot of us did not start as MCs. I started as a breaker.
Mm,
We elevated through
right.
this
That
culture
transition,
and it
man.
helped in life to do that just that as to elevate as well and to be very deliberate when you're doing something that may be out of the ordinary. But you can make it extraordinary on just on your own a lot of times. And with
Elements
other
existed.
people, it
Yeah.
can become extraordinary
Second,
because hip hop does that for
yeah, I'm
people.
still here.
It
It's still
continues
for
to
like
make you
another
want
like
to get better and get
20 minutes.
more. And if you ain't got it, you
About
gonna
another
get
20
it.
minutes.
So what the hell? Who you talking to?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
My guy's over here. I'm at his house.
Tell him to shut the hell up or get on the
Now.
couch with you.
Oh
Yo,
yeah.
you want to get on the couch?
Death Star.
D.
Yeah, come on. If he your guy, he got to
It's
know
like,
hip
shut
hop.
up and get on the couch. And start
All
talking
right.
shit.
Can we go through the comments? So like,
There were comments of,
But he
uh,
is not from Chicago. He's from Rhode Island.
but does he like hip hop?
Of course.
Okay, of course.
Then he's got an opinion.
He's got an opinion. And who
says man.
and hey, this is Chicago basically in the room. Put a Rhode Island motherfucker on. Let's see
I've
what's
been to
going
Rhode
on.
Island. Ain't a whole lot of shit there.
Come
You,
on,
you wanna
he got to
you
tell
wanna
us
get on
something.
this podcast, G?
And see, with hip hop, we learn from each other. We don't care what your
He's in a
skill hairstyle
he's in
is.
a
We just want to
battlefield
know
match.
what you know in the part of
I'm
your
He's
outside
in
of
the middle of,
Chicago.
of
Dang,
saving.
battlefield.
He's busy saving capitalism on the fucking video games.
okay, it's okay. It's
At least
great.
he could be playing Black Ops or Warzone.
That's still capitalism.
Hey, defending
The
capitalism, nigga. You gotta
downloadable
defend capitalism
games are
somewhere.
getting your discretionary funds. Your
We'll save that. We'll save that
Yo,
for the
I,
gaming
I I
show.
think it's
Okay.
mad hilarious that the
Discretionary
drunker you get,
funds.
the bigger your
I'm just
Capitalism.
vocabulary
saying.
gets. I think that's absolutely amazing.
Let me ask you guys, since you guys, everybody, we understand and know that Chicago gives and gives and gives and gives to all over the United States, all over the world. Does a person, when they leave Chicago, get the ball rolling, get shit going, get shit cracking, or whatever in the fuck you want to say? Do they come back and bring that shit back with them?
Ain't nobody finna know me and not know who that lady is.
Mm.
Yo, I've
Nobody's
been
gonna
thinking
know me
about
and
this
not
for
hear a Griffin
years. I've
track.
been thinking about that for years.
Mm.
There's very few people that have left the city and come back and got people. And I think a lot of that is happening in because happens because maybe their footing is not as stable as they think
Mm.
that it is. So they got to make sure that they straight before they come get somebody. And
Right.
because it was so volatile back then, you really never knew. You just try to keep on make sure your table ain't wobbling.
Right.
So it
Yeah,
would
you
have been
can
great
tell.
for them to come back. I'm pretty sure they wanted to, but if you walking on shaky ground, you gonna go get somebody else to walk on shaky ground
But
with you?
here's the thing,
Oh
like,
hell no.
but
You know, Chicago dudes do tend to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna bring my peoples into that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's
And
like there
sometimes
is a
you
lot of
can't
that.
bring everybody. You sometimes
Well,
you
that
can't bring
too.
everybody. The
Like
people
like
you
if you
came
want some
with may necessarily not be able
little
to go
drama
with you.
with my little crew is like there's one dude like he's like I'm gonna executive produce and everything. We ain't heard from this motherfucker since we like decided to make another fucking situation. So it's just
but
like now it's just
Look,
me and the guy who did the last joint, and so like
check this out.
but
Hold on. Check this out. So look, so me not being from Chicago, I
You
still
keep saying that.
no, but I listen.
Not really much.
now
Everybody
you've been
tells me
here
now I'm
20
Chicago,
years.
so fuck it,
That's at least
shut the
half your
fuck
life.
up.
I'm pretty sure
But
you
but
you
Chicago.
pay
yeah,
taxes.
yeah, I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it. I get it. But I have to say that in order to make my point.
Go ahead.
So not being from here and being in all the places I ever been, it's always been about. So if I knew somebody dope and this somebody is dope over here, I'm gonna make that connection. You know what I'm saying? And when I got here and I started doing that shit, a lot of people looked at me like I was a fucking anomaly. You know what I'm saying? Because if I have a great connection, say with you, Ange, right? I like to think I do. Um,
No.
but if I have a great connection with somebody and I see somebody over here and I know somebody over here that matches
See,
that
that's what I
energy,
said.
matches whatever, whatever Ange's expectations are, or whatever the fuck, her skill level, her ability, and this and that, they're cool people. I'm gonna make that
Yeah.
connection. I'm gonna put Ange or put this person maybe in Ange's vision or eyesight.
Cipher, yeah.
You know what I mean? To be like, hey, this is somebody you might want to check out or look at or do whatever. Or this would be dope if this person is over here and over there. And a lot of people looked at me like I was a fucking anomaly for doing that shit. But
But it's infectious though. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the Chicago culture. Like
Well, he
that
doesn't
is
have a connection, so he's able to kind of float. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So like with me, it's like being associated with a
I have
major
a
crew,
connection.
two major crews. Nah, but you do, but your
No, I
connection
think he's
isn't
being.
isn't isn't
I
isn't
think he's
like
being real
oh
disrespectful right now. He's saying I don't got no connection. He's saying I ain't got
that's not what I
nobody.
meant. You floating
He's
over the
saying I
whole
got
thing.
nobody. I'm fucking with you.
Damn.
Now I hear
But
what you're
it's
saying
like,
though.
but it's like me when I came to like when I came to DC, like motherfuckers was like, you talk to that motherfucker? I'm like, yeah, why? And I had no clue. I thought
but
they was
I don't
dope,
want to
so
punch
like
him
I
in the
fuck with them.
face. Maybe you do.
Hey, look, I think
Yeah,
it's
if
the
you want to go
best.
punch them in the face,
It's
as
the
long as I don't have
it's
But
one of
I
the
have
best things.
nothing to
everything's
do with
fine.
that.
Listen, I think it's the one of the best things that happened out here in Chicago. We have that Chicago Hip Hop History Museum.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just so
The
fucking dope.
three people that put that whole thing together were the greatest three people to put that whole thing together. Because what Chicago has is a lot of history with each other, a
Connections.
lot of history with each other that sometimes we lock horns.
Mm.
We can't get things done. Those three didn't have a history with each other, but had a history in Chicago hip hop, and they were able to put it together.
That
Yeah.
shit's so
If
dope.
if we could do that with each other in graffiti and breaking and obscene and DJing, if we could do that in every element, there would be still nothing you could do to stop this culture. But to elevate it even further would be incredible that we wouldn't have to have conversations like this to find out why
Look,
shit
great
ain't happening.
examples of that happened when Ronnie Boykins did.
Awesome day in Chicago.
Awesome Day in Chicago.
So that was
I'm
again,
so
guys.
jealous.
That was
Awesome Day in
It
Chicago was
was
a
the
day that
greatest.
a photographer named Ronnie Boykin Jr.
yeah.
Shout
got
out to
the
Ronnie.
entire hip hop community together and recreated Gordon Parks' picture of
From the NYC.
in NYC
Great day
in
in
Harlem,
Harlem.
right?
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
did it
yeah.
in front of a
So
brownstone,
jealous.
Mhm.
and they recreated it here in
It's
Chicago.
dope.
Actually, it's right over there on that wall, and that brought everybody together to, and I think remind us all that
Yep.
wow, we
It's,
still
it's
here.
my turn
We
of words
still
with friends
doing
with
this.
Jerome.
Yeah.
Not just for no picture, maybe. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of connections made that day.
Yeah.
A whole lot of and
Reconnections.
reconnections.
Yeah.
We all thought
Reconnections
of the same
made,
shit.
That's why I
yes.
was jealous. I was like, man,
Reconnections
I
made
seen
that
mad
day.
people that I knew, mad people that I hadn't seen in so long that I
Yeah.
wish I had. You know,
Somebody's microphone.
Again.
it's my guy down in Tennessee.
Yeah,
I
what's
get it.
up?
We
What's
all
good?
deaf now.
What's up
I
with
see.
you?
I see the
Yeah.
NPC in the back, so he deaf as me.
Is there a delay? Look, why you get a snark now?
I don't, yeah.
Is there a
Because
delay?
it's yes,
So,
there's a delay. It's funny because I'm watching myself like
questions for
5
everybody
seconds
here.
in the future in the past over here.
Okay.
Whoa.
Your
What
mic is still on?
impression do you
Oh,
want to
Watch that,
make
right?
on music in the next 5 years?
why
If
don't
you had to make
I
an impression that you are comfortable with and is giving forth the biggest reward. Because the only reason that we make music, yeah, it's for us, but it's the reaction of the people that receive. So, what if you could do in the next 5 years? What's the most that you want from?
so since I caught the bug from like rummaging through my mother's house to find random shit that I had, and I put together that set of old things, and AI helped me so much to like clean up those vocals and shit. And it just was like very important to me. I was like, oh, let me put this shit out between 1987 and 1997. I was like, that's dope. And the motherfuckers bought the tape. I was like, what? I bought the tape mostly thinking that was just gonna sit in my house. They bought the tapes up. I got like 3 left. I'm like, that's fucking dope. So like, I got a new album coming out. I've been doing shit with my crew off the wall, Knowledge Born with Off the Wall. My sons have been doing some shit and I've been producing a lot of their music. And basically my impression is just like my dumbass did not do the Griffin, did not do the Infinito 2017 when I could have done it the whole time. So fuck
Hmm.
it. Maybe this is my midlife crisis, mid Mike crisis.
Mid
I don't
Mike
give a fuck.
right
crisis.
on,
That
right
too.
on,
Don't nobody
right
steal
on.
that. I'm a copyrighted. But
Go ahead.
but but yeah, like I'm having a fucking ball doing music right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Good.
just like, is this my Corvette? Is this my 20-year-old girlfriend? I don't care. It's you know what I'm saying? And like, I look at it and and like I'm like, look at all these streams. They got 10,000 billion streams. Oh, $15, that's fine. Like
I
so
was
like
gonna spend that on McDonald's.
I,
That's fine.
I'm freed from the dream, and my dream was only like, oh, I would like to have a career like Common or like Guru. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be a motherfucker that like, oh my god, there he is. I never. That would be crazy to me. So like, this is fine. This is absolutely fine. A couple of the fucking German motherfuckers and Belarusians that were listening to my shit before were like, oh my god, it just popped up, and I'm like, damn, nigga, you remember? I fucking love it. So you know what I'm saying? This is enough attention. This is enough of what I need. So if somebody later on is just like, oh, have you heard this random ass motherfucker from Chicago? That would be enough for me because two of my greatest things that I ever heard was me DJing over on Chicago Avenue at the Beetle, and I'm just ain't nobody really there, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna play a Dread Mighty track. And this nigga came and mouthed my words, and I had no fucking clue who he was. And
Mm.
the second time was my son was telling me how him and my other son were just jamming to my shit. Who the fuck cares from now on? You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. I wouldn't mind no recognition if somebody like puts me in the motherfucking museum. I'll be all like, yeah, that's right. But that's not really my goal. My goal is just the goals that I set for myself.
Mm.
Right on.
That's
That's
dope.
dope.
Yeah.
Right on. What about you,
That's
son of
dope.
Satan? I mean,
Son of
what?
Satan?
What's he?
Critical
You
mass.
said
He
he's a
just
Son of
told a
critical
whole
Satan.
story
mass.
about you being in his studio
I'm
back
just
in the
telling
day
y'all, I have
and you
bad
calling him all these
memories.
That's all
names.
good.
Bad
It's all
memories.
It's
good.
I have bad
his
memories.
heart his heart
Bad.
broken. My heart would be
Oh, what's it
broken,
called
guy.
again? I have
Yeah,
bad
Short
I'm
term
good,
memory.
bro.
short-term
I
memories
appreciate it
messed
though.
up.
You know what I mean? Mark, right now, the objective is to finish up a couple projects that I've been sitting on. I had some tragedies happen the last year and a half in my life that I kind of had to, you know, get through to kind of come out on the other side and be
Preach the
re-inspired.
art.
Got some joints with Prism that I got to finish up.
Shout out to Prism.
You know,
Prism.
you know what I'm saying, and just deliver on this too old to rap shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, I think one of the funniest things I saw on
Keep
Facebook
working,
was
brother.
it's like, to all you niggas who still out here rapping after 30, please keep going with the fucking game needs. I was like,
I
have
don't
you
know
heard
why I
those
felt
niggas? Like, this shit's
inspired by
terrible.
that damn meme. I was like, "You right? Sound like what I'm hearing."
I,
Yeah.
You
you
know,
know
I
what?
just
I
Yeah.
recently DJ'd at Rhode Island College, and I went around and asked students. I was like, "Oh, write
Hmm?
down 3 artists you want to listen to, three
Critical
artists you want to listen
mass.
to, etc." All these artists is either from the 2000s or the 90s, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" Where it's like the
Listen to
music
the
is like
same
completely
time
bullshit.
period. You ain't even finding new music. Like,
hey, look, critical.
She's focused on your name right now. She can't even remember what the fuck she was gonna
Let
say.
me say,
Genie, huh?
Yeah.
critical. Let's finish that song. What's up? Let's finish that song.
Hey, he said. She
I
said, "Let's
didn't even
finish
That
that
say
sounds like
song."
Don't be playing
flirtation.
cards, honey. You said you like
Let's
whatever
finish this
verse.
song.
Let's finish that
Question is,
song.
does he have it?
You don't have to have it. Let's do a whole new song. Let's
Fuck
finish
it,
something
I
Ange.
that we
still got the
started.
session.
How about you and
Let's
I
finish
do a
something we
song,
started.
Ange?
I'm
Ange.
talking to half man, half amazing over here, okay?
I'm trying to get in on this.
See, that's some Chicago
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. See that? See that? You can't just wait your turn right quick. But
you
yeah,
notice how I said
how
I'm
about
not
it?
gonna rap. I'm
Right.
drinking my drink.
That's right.
Let's go ahead and
Yo,
finish that
this nigga's
song,
so
dude. For
drunk. I
real.
don't even know if I'm sober, but
Let's go.
I think that's
Now,
amazing. Can we get
Let's
a
go.
round of applause for that? I think that's fucking
I would
amazing.
be so fucking
Where's
proud
this?
to do the song with you. I don't even know what your beats are sounding like right now. I don't even care.
They
I see
sound
what
like
he got. I
magic.
see what he got in the background. I know he
I
mean
don't, dude, I don't
business.
even care
I'm sitting.
Come
because
on.
Stand in the
I get
background
busy.
playing.
we've
I
been
ain't gonna
doing
hold you. I
it
get busy.
in the
So
same time period as
you know what
I've
I
been
mean?
doing it, and we tried to do it together. Now I want to make sure it's a complete do.
Yeah. Shout out
I
to
want to
that.
complete that.
That's a beautiful thing. I
We
like
still
that.
here, dude.
Yeah, let's make it
You know how many
happen.
people then left and didn't have a chance to complete something because they didn't take the time to do it? Let's go ahead and take the
that's
time to
that's
do it.
that's part of my motivation. It's like, damn, some of these guys is dropping at 50. I'm like,
And I
bruh,
think
y'all
you made
niggas
a
need to
good
get there.
point, Car, when you said I've gotten over, certain parts of being, wanting to be a part of the whole industry shit and self doubt.
Hmm.
You get over that, and if you still have a love for it, God bless you.
Yeah,
Because like I said, a lot
that's
of
what
this
it is.
stuff
That's
can
my
be
motivation.
disheartening,
Yeah.
but if you
I've
had
been
it in
dropping
your
beat
heart in the
tape,
first place, it'll never leave.
everything.
True indeed.
So
Now, Kahari.
absolutely, yeah. Let's go ahead.
Kahari.
Yo,
Now's your chance. Shoot your shot.
Go.
can we do a song together?
You know what? Because I've known you before you started looking crazy, I'm gonna say
Wait.
yes.
No, I thought it was always that
He's never looked nuts. But as time has gone on, he's become weirder and weirder looking. And what better way to give joy to
It's
the
funny because
world
I'm mad
is to
vanilla
have
in
some
real
weird
life,
ass
like
chick
mad chill.
and some weird ass fuck do a
I love
song
this mad
together
shit.
called Weird Fuck. It's gonna
Weird,
Weird
be
fucks.
weird,
Weird
weird
fucks.
fuck.
Weird Fucks.
Shout out to
All
that.
Let's
right,
go.
Well, y'all make sure you guys definitely make that connection, or I
for
can just
sure.
shoot her your email or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. And we're not done.
right.
Hi, Lyric.
Hey,
Now, Lyric, I remember you trying to get into places where you're not old enough to get into, and
I remember.
I
he said,
remember you have been at this for a long time.
I
And
use Yeah.
ain't never did nothing together but freestyle
No,
together.
because I don't do
This
anything with
sounds so.
anyone.
This is
He said, "Cause I don't do anything with anyone,
But I do
motherfucker."
something.
I want that shit.
and
What you talking about?
No,
and
no,
you gotta
she made it weird.
Griffin like
Shout,
something
shout
though.
out to free lunch, Chris.
That was so on time, but so
Looking
Yeah.
Yeah,
good,
this is my
yo.
PhD.
what the who is that?
Chris Gaines.
Oh,
Oh,
What
Spartacus.
the
Peace,
who
Ange.
that?
One love.
Man, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Who's that? Is that
Happy
your
how
birthday.
that's
y'all
your
doing?
man's?
That's a
Hi.
Rhode Island nigga right there.
Yo, hey.
Hey,
Y'all don't
whoa,
even
whoa,
know
whoa.
how
This is
close
not the
Rhode
dating
Island and Chicago
service.
You know, you fucking it up for me
It's
right
like
now.
one
Thanks,
saying
Come
Ty.
on, calm
Thanks.
is.
down.
Lunch
that's how
City
that
Good to
side.
goes.
see you though, dude.
It's the internet.
Kahari, stop. This, this, the
He's
shit
like,
just
he's off
went
the
left.
account. Get him off the damn thing.
Andrew's in dating season. Y'all better get right.
What's going on, Ange? What you say?
Well, I'm make sure. Well, before when we
Yo,
finish
look
when
at
we
the
finish with this, critical, stay on for a second so you guys can exchange information and whatnots. Because I would love to hear that joint. I would love to hear the old one. I don't know. Do you still
Yeah,
have
no, I
that?
don't know.
You still
I still
got his
got it.
phone?
Oh
Wait a
shit.
minute.
That motherfucker got his damn lunch money from fucking 1992 and shit.
I got,
And he remembers
I got
the
hard
interest
drive.
rate
You know?
that came with it.
He said
Don't
on
He
the
got it
hard
on the hard
drive.
drive. You know what? I'm gonna need you to get the hard drive too. He's got a lot of things that we've done on this one particular hard drive that he keeps talking about.
It's right there. I got motherfuckers from all
And
over
he's
the
got
city.
crap on it. You don't deserve to be doing music. He got stuff on the hard drive,
That's a
y'all.
bag of weed and a.
And he don't smoke. So I don't know why it's there.
That's
Wait, you
actually
don't
that's a
smoke heat?
computer.
No.
Oh, that's
No,
your
I
friend.
don't smoke. I
Oh,
don't
it's your
smoke or
friend.
drink.
This is a
You
dope
oh, you
guy.
one of them motherfuckers. You scary.
No, I used to drink. Don't get me wrong.
Ah, okay. I was like, how you just
Shit, I
Oh,
raw
had
he
dog
does.
life
He
the
has
whole time?
the cannabis bag on.
yeah.
Okay, he's not.
But I have a computer that I had for many
It's
years in
on the
my
ground.
old
He ain't
studio.
gone back into it. He keep telling me he gonna go and
I got
find the
and
stuff
shit.
that
I
we
got
did.
shit in there
He
that's
ain't
from
gonna
Ange
find
that's
nothing. You ain't
incredible.
gonna know.
Can I just
Go ahead.
I got some incredible shit from Ange, probably an album's worth. I got shit from
You
fuck
be over there.
Got shit from
Kilo,
fuck.
fucking shit damn near anybody and everybody. Four
Not
Eyes,
me.
Oh
uh
shit.
But what he
uh
doesn't
number
have is
two,
the ability to connect it
uh
to a monitor and turn that son of a bitch on. If he ever
Master
does that,
Killer,
it's a possibility
goddamn,
that he can
really
have
though,
Master
classics
killer.
all over the
fucking
place. But we'll never know. This fucking fuck doesn't
they
want to
asked
do
no,
what
I'm not a
needs to
fuck.
be
They
done.
asked me to
He
donate it
is
to the
a
hip hop museum.
He's
donate
not a
what?
fuck.
You get the thing, get the music off the thing.
You're
If
right.
you get it off the thing.
You're
It
right.
would help.
You're right. You're right.
That's another thing with Chicago hip hop. We be
We
begging
No,
each
there's a
other for
there's a
stuff.
there's a lot.
We
we're
be
There's
begging each
there's
other.
there's so many
we
albums
hold
worth of
on to
fucking
shit.
dope
You
We
music
got
holding
just
on to
dope
sitting on
shit.
shit
some
that
random
we
producer's
can
hard
make.
drive.
We be sitting there be like
Hey,
for
Levert.
hoarders, and it can't make it into this precious. Like no.
I'm
Oh,
glad
shout out to
no.
Buzz Beyond.
Yeah,
But
bro.
still, come on.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do that. I got that. Yeah, I need to really. I need to archive all of that shit, like for
My
real, for
answer
real.
to everyone who's
He
here
got such
because
dope
I
shit,
One
y'all.
asked
one
the
He
day.
previous
does. So
question.
dope.
Some,
Keep doing shit.
I got some shit that even surprised me. I listened to some shit the other day, and I was like, "Who in the fuck made that track?" And it was me, but and I was like, "Yo, that shit was fire. It's like some fire
Also, if
shit."
there's some shit that
Ain't that a
you
great feeling though? Like it
haven't
just
put
like
out,
I
Oh
said
yeah,
that,
do it.
I wrote
Get it
that,
out the
I
oh
way.
yeah.
Yes. What's
made
taking
that beat.
so long?
Because you know what stops artists? Sometimes we create our own stopgaps. We think that when you're a professional musician or you perform, you do shows,
Salute,
you
Buzz.
have an idea for your music. Like, oh, I wrote this verse and I want to release it this way. And then you have those verses, but your life is different. Like, I'm not that person that wrote those
Well,
verses.
that's bullshit on my part. I just been lazy. That's it.
Oh
I had
no,
to shit like
that definitely lazy, but it ends up stopping you from progressing or
I
trying to
forget the
make.
motherfucking shit is there until somebody says something.
Nah.
Well,
I
you're
I
on a
got
different pattern. Like when I That's why I haven't released music, because I want to do shit like the way I do shows.
I
Like it has to be a certain way.
Man, fuck that. We want to hear
You
that shit, bro.
constantly put out. You constantly work. You know what I mean? Like producing.
Damn,
Like
my whole fifth,
me,
huh?
I want to make.
By the way, I just got a placement on J. Scott the Illers. The album just dropped last week and a half ago. Go get it. It's fuck. I don't even remember the name of the album.
Damn.
Go check it out. I got 3 joints on that motherfucker. It's executive produced by Sky Zoo.
Hey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. It's called Familiar Grounds.
Okay.
Familiar Ground. Well,
Dope,
I got you.
dope,
God
dope.
damn it.
Familiar Grams.
Well, you
It
sure
dropped
don't keep
already?
no porn?
Damn, he
No porn is
going
crazy.
back to YouTube jail.
Yeah. Familiar. I didn't play anything. Familiar Grounds. J. Scott the Illest. Dope ass album. There's a lot of producers on there, and they picked 3 of my joints. The only 3 I gave them like 2 years ago, and they used them, and the shit is fire. But shout out to that. Go check that shit out. I need the money. Yeah, but yeah, I after we get done here, man, if you could possibly pull that up, I think that would be fucking dope to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I
All right,
pulled
we
it.
can do it.
I'm
Huh?
probably gonna play it in a second.
He don't know who's.
We can run it. We can do it.
Or you want to run it now? You got it right now? You got it on deck?
Yo,
I got to
he,
pull it up. I'll find it. I got it.
Calm down. Calm
He.
down. Calm
Yeah.
down.
What's happening?
it's 11. I have to get off.
My man's.
It's 11 o'clock here?
No, it's 10 o'clock here.
I'm on the East Coast side.
He's an hour ahead. Shout out to you,
You have a phone
Mr.
number,
Dread
right?
Mighty. Mighty
I
Dread.
do not,
Dread Mighty.
but
give you
he
his
has
number.
everything.
Call me through
Yeah,
Instagram.
he got it all. He got it all.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you his number.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
All right,
It'll
y'all.
be fine.
Love y'all.
Man,
Talk to
salute,
y'all
man.
another
Thank you
time.
so much, brother. It's been an honor and a privilege having you on the show, bro.
The show, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.
Now go out
Peace.
there and be dangerous.
All right. Peace.
All right, peace. Yeah, so I'm eager to hear this Ange 13. What year was this, bro?
He said 90. 04. 04. He said 04. You hear me?
Yeah, I heard
What
you.
he say? He said 04.
And I met you 4 years later.
In 08?
Yeah.
Look, he left. Oh, there he is. Hey.
Don't do that. No, sir.
He is in my crotch.
Yeah, you had him between Ange's legs. That's not cool. She's well.
I sworn off men. Fuck y'all.
She swore off men. I find that very hard to believe, but okay. I'm not. This is not that show.
That's
We're waiting for Critical Mass to pull up this 04 joint with Ange 13.
Oh, is he doing it right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if he's got himself muted or.
All right. I think I got it. I got
Uh-oh,
a
let's see
version
what
of
it
it.
is.
I try. But I don't think people be appreciating what I try to do for them, man. I mean,
Oh, shout out to the Heretic, my guy.
you hear some of
Juju.
that shit they be coming out with, it's so booty, so half-ass. What we gonna do, though, man? They don't even like it. Keep it down there. We got to beat off whole book tag. Not cash ass. No. About high straight guys, throw a double straight guys, shaking dice, snake guys, drop stone. Let's go. Take it back to 85. Bait and Perry at 9-5. Search the May, hit my McVay. Rock the bass to the roof till your structure shook. Flash plasma on the wall without the satellite hook. Burn when I cook. Smell y'all like smoking ashes. Be that brown paper bag. Y'all just hell my gas. But highway, one trade, play powerful. Be pushing that crack, space jazz, back exposed. Dick deep, ready to squeeze. The flow like a speed. Flow like my city breeze. Energy, anything. What I feed, what I say, when I bring, when I spray. King, queen, team, gleam like bling. I get like 16, 13, mix, Mr. And we working this. Aliens with that earthling twist. Students left held by the
I
wrist.
do
The
not
space
remember
nine.
doing this.
Oh, that's you.
that's you. I already know. I hear it. I'm like, yo.
People bringing that nonsense, selling my niggas jack. You wish they in your pockets.
Right? Puerto Ricanism, voice sounds familiar.
That's a rough. I can't really hear it like that, but you know.
We heard the voice.
Some of it.
Bro,
I,
we sitting up here.
I
I'm
don't.
like,
I don't remember doing it, but it sounded like it was dope. It just sounded
Yeah,
like it's
it went
dope.
crazy. Yeah,
it sounds like an ant.
It sounds like hands.
Damn. Yeah,
So,
you know
yeah.
that's
you got a little more
And it
bass
was
in your
one
voice
take.
now.
a few times in
It
my
was one
life
take.
being an
One
MC.
take?
One take.
Wow. I wish I could.
Also sounds like a fucking ant.
Well, I think back then I was just so wanting to
I know
prove
what that
myself
is.
like every single day because it just seemed like I had to.
Mm.
You
And
always have to be the best version of yourself.
I didn't have to always prove myself, but it just seems like I always have to prove myself. And because I don't remember that, I think I may have been in the height of trying to prove myself.
Mm.
Yeah.
At the height of it.
Well, I
Yeah.
think this is a beautiful thing that you guys are reconnecting.
Thank you for
And
even letting
yeah,
us hear what we could hear from that. And I'm like, come on, let's go ahead and do that again.
that's what's
Let's
up.
go ahead and
Cook
do
Can
up.
we
that
get a
again.
can I get that's what's up. That to me makes
Receipts.
Receipts.
yeah.
Yeah.
That right
He's like,
there.
I
Yeah,
got it right
she
over
went ham.
here.
And the crazy thing, like the session wasn't like a real closed session. She showed up and I already had my squad was there. You know what I'm saying? My co-producers, you know what I'm saying? My team, we was all just in there chilling when she popped up. And the
Yeah.
room just everybody jaw dropped because she came in, we smoked, you know, vibing the beats, and she was like,
Maybe it was the
drop that one. We're
drugs.
gonna do that one
It
right
was the
there.
drugs, man. It was the drugs.
Shit, we're gonna do that one right there. And she got up to the mic and just went crazy, and everybody was like, "Holy shit!" And
Yeah.
we came up with that.
Like the
That
whole
hook was like a
usually
place
it'd take a
filler.
couple takes. Like, nah.
Now
I
it
had
takes a
that.
lot of takes because
Yeah.
I'm scared we're going with this one. He
And she did that,
if you
then drop
sneeze
ad
wrong, he'd be
libs.
like, ah, it's over. Do it again.
Yeah, well, we want
Uh,
perfection. But when I
Gotta
had that
find your
same
personal.
experience with Ange, I don't even remember who brought you to the studio, but when they brought you, when I heard her rap, I was like, all bets are off. All bets are off.
I'm glad you guys felt that way.
Yeah.
But now there is a big a big wad of female MCs out here.
But they're not Ange
They
13.
don't have to be. I would hope that as many performances that I've done, as many guest appearances that I did, that I hopefully inspired somebody to
I
inspire
can tell you
somebody
this
to
to your
inspire
face,
this
and
group of females that are coming out
I
in the
hear it all
city.
the time by female MCs here in the city that are younger than you, or maybe just a little bit younger than you. They all speak extremely high of you, and you were the inspiration, like a Sweet Juices and even a Nas ass, but you
But
know,
all of it
but
is incredibly
Buddha bless.
necessary. That is the influence overall.
Yes,
And I think that it's important to have that remembrance. So a lot of people fuck around and forget about history as we're moving forward.
and
And I think that's the best part to remember that.
I think, and also one of the best things to do is to show up. Because imagine if I didn't show up at the studio that
Right.
day.
Yeah.
Imagine if we never met at the sub T. Imagine if
Yeah.
nobody brought me over to your crib.
Right.
Just imagine. So to be able to be in these spaces with each other again,
Mhm.
even in this 24-hour
Can't
period, yes, and to be continuous with it is monumental when it's within itself. We should not take advantage of the fact that we can do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can tell you to your
Yeah.
face what you bring to the table when you do walk into a room like that. You're all inspiring, because even when I would be working with you and doing shit, the level of I don't know how I know how to say it, but it's like I got to step my shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's good, it's pressure, but it's good pressure. At least for me, it is.
I
You know what I'm
think that
saying?
it's because that we hold each other accountable.
Right.
Yes.
Is that we get in those spaces of holding each other accountable, and like that's probably the thing. Like when I said earlier about you have moments where you should not meet your hero. Like there's people I've worked with that I just base their literal human character on how dope they were, but they were pieces of shit. And it was like, wait,
That's true.
what?
That's true.
And it's like
That's true though.
it throws you off because just the same way that you can fall in love with a woman or with life or passion or anything like that, everybody has that hard stop or that stub toe moment.
Or that deal breaker.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. And then it makes you that, mind you, in the midst of your passion of loving music, it is still a business.
Right.
And in any case, for something that you love in this capitalistic society, I would love to. I would love to make money, the same salary I make right now, making bottles. If I could make that making music, I'd be set. I don't have to make a bunch of money. That has to
Just
be
enough
the
to sustain yourself.
to uh,
Keeping it a whole
to
buck,
be equal to that,
like
right? But
sharing the
what does that
same
take?
sharing the same space with Ange, especially considering like my history of like working with Atlanta artists, Tennessee artists, and just
Right.
being in rooms with people that I watched blow up. Um, and she brought that human element and still delivered like a superstar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Big
saying?
facts.
Whereas a
Shout
lot
out
of
to
people
that.
walk in the room and they carry that superstar shit everywhere, and you don't get to see the human.
Mm-hmm.
And still be
You know what I'm
righteous as
saying?
fuck too.
Yeah, it's like she was just 100% pure with it, and it was a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Don't
don't really
then
see that.
we can do it again
You don't
then,
see that
man. We
amongst a
can
We're
lot of
do
gonna
it
people.
do it
again.
again. And with that being said, I don't know what my engineer's over there doing. I think he's fucking watching football.
Taking a nap.
We're gonna end this out, but stick around, bro.
For sure.
Let's get some of that outro music, bro.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on.
First eye. We still out there? I know that's Tick, and I think
Camera's right there. The big green light.
Tick. Uh, I'm working on those. Okay, give me a minute. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you, Critical Mass,
Thank
for
you.
jumping on here, and God bless y'all because this shit is amazing that you guys were able to reconnect like that.
Word.
Shout out to Lyric
Word. I
Versatile,
appreciate
my
that.
brother, for being here. Shout out to Almighty Dread, fucking Kahari's ass for being on here. Shout out to Prism. Shout out to.
Wherever the hell house was at, I'm gonna get at you, baby.
Come on now,
Get at you, baby.
damn. But shout out to everybody in the chats that was here. Appreciate that. This is a great conversation, man. This is UNRAP. Where's that music at, man? Where's the music? It's UNRAP, baby. It's UNRAP, baby. And we'll be back at it like crack addicts next motherfucking Friday. You already know what it is, man. We are the coldest in the motherfucking city. I promise you. I told you that shit.
Human being.
Let's go.
Human being.
We out this bitch.